Welcome back to Primal Living. Myself and Poppy, we've got some of the best sellers to ever feature on Primal Living. The greatest, we've said it sometimes with other vitamins and minerals as well. These, again, the best sellers, greatest hits.
They are some of our favourites.
Yeah.
Some of our most popular.
Yeah.
Some of the best selling, the ones that you are constantly asking for more of. Ones that actually, on occasions, they're all in stock at the moment, but ones that we have gone out of stock of.
Yes.
Because you're buying them quicker than we've been able to get them in.
Yes.
Everything that you see.
Yeah.
Should be in stock, available, and for an amazing discounted price, of which we'll talk you through as well.
Okay, so normally have a theme show. This is a theme show because you wanted to bring a mix, didn't you, with this one?
Yes, I did. So we wanted to cover as many topics and areas of the body and mind as well as possible. So we're going to be talking about, bestsellers that we love that focus around immunity, supplements that focus around energy. We're even going to be talking about the thyroid today as well.
Oh, it's all in there.
It's all going on,
so,
and even weight loss as well.
Okay, so just to give you a quick overview on my side of the table is vitamin C and rosehip, which we'll be talking about in a second. We've also got the immune family supplements as well, which are very, very popular.
Yeah.
Your side there, Pops?
On my side, we have the amazing sea vegetable, the algae. It doesn't sound sexy, but trust me, it is, and you'll want to know more about this.
Full of goodness.
Unbelievable, absolutely. It's a superfood. Sea kelp, and then we've got 2 slimming supplements in different varieties. They've got different ingredients, but they have the same foundation. We'll tell you. So one's green tea, one's mango, and it have been known to help aid weight loss and for an amazing price as well. Okay,
so let's go right back to the beginning.
Yes.
With possibly one of the more, if not the most well-known vitamins out there. Obviously, they're all important in their own right, but vitamin C. Poppy, it's one of the, again, when people come to the table, they seem to know a lot about it already from a very early age. Integral to a healthy lifestyle, vitamin C. It's an essential. We can't produce it. Well, we've talked previously on shows, obviously there are other animals that can produce it, like for cats, goats, for example.
Yes, my 2 cats would be able to. Yeah. And the thing is, we can't, not only can we not produce it, we can't really retain it.
And also, I was reading the other day, and I know you're aware of this, that it's believed that we lost we lost the ability to produce our vitamin C. That's what is believed by many, and it's believed now that it's just still the last part of the process. So our body is almost like it's trying, but it's the last part of the process, which means we cannot. So where do we get vitamin C from? We have to eat it. We have to find our foods.
We do ingest it, drink it, eat it, find sources of it, healthy sources of it that can bolster our levels, because every single day we have to keep topping up. So it's a consistent process. So you have to be sure that you're getting enough through your diet.
Yeah. So balanced diet, obviously. The humble orange springs to mind.
Humble orange.
Fruits, vegetables.
Yes, very vibrant vegetables.
And of course, this is not a replacement. It's to underpin a balanced diet. And we obviously subscribe to a primal way of living, which is real foods. But obviously, if you're not getting enough fruits, and I'll be honest, I know people. I'm not okay. So in Primal Lifestyle, we sort of encourage vegetables as opposed to the sweet fruits as an emphasis. Obviously keep the fruits in there, but as a sweet treat. But I know people who don't like fruit necessarily.
I know quite a few people that don't like fruit. And the same respect, I know quite a few people that love their fruit but don't like their veg. And you can get vitamin C from a lot of vegetables as well. In fact, bell peppers have more vitamin C than that of an orange. Oranges have just been sort of marketed as the principal food of which you can get vitamin C from. Now look, it absolutely does have vitamin C in it, but there are loads of other food types that do as well. And without the sugar, because vitamin C, if you're having an orange in its whole form, yes, there is sugar in it, but if you have it in orange juice, now this might come as a surprise to many. So orange juice, healthy or unhealthy? What are you thinking?
Well, typically, traditionally, historically, we were taught, or I was led to believe, I've taught just that I wake up in the morning, I don't feel so good, I'm going to have myself a fresh orange juice with lots of as many oranges I can get in one glass, as freshly squeezed as I could, and that would sort me out for the day.
So a glass of orange juice, and I'm talking about real oranges, not orange squash. Orange juice can contain as much sugar as a can of pop.
So it kind of gives with one hand and takes away with another in a way.
Well, this is the thing.
You get the vitamins and the fibre, I guess, from the inside of the fruit, but the sugar
Well, this thing, well, how about getting that vitamin C, but without the sugar content? So without the content of sugar that can play havoc on pre-diabetes or diabetes, of course, your blood sugar levels, weight, metabolism, sugar spikes. You feel like they sort of, have a high and then a crash afterwards. But if you would like to still reap the benefits of which so many people speak of, which EFSA, the European Food Standard Agency, confirm and actually allow for us to say verbatim, vitamin C can contribute to, from the production of collagen and immunity, a functioning immune system.
Mineral absorption as well, if you're the absorption of iron, for example.
Yeah, which is really interesting because when you come to learn about the world of supplements and health and food, and you realise that actually a lot of them are symbiotic, so you need one to work with the other.
Yeah.
And like you've said there, Nick, so vitamin C is absolutely crucial when it comes to our iron. Now, iron plays a role in our energy levels. If you're deficient in iron, it can lead to the likes of anemia and so on, where you can, have very pale complexion and also feel very weak and very tired and lots of fatigue. All the things that we don't want. Yeah.
Yes. So obviously through a healthy natural diet.
Yes.
But if you need to supplement, we've got the vitamin C and rosehip vits here. Okay. So again, along the lines of what it can help with, it can be known to help to reduce fatigue, be known to improve cardiovascular function, better absorption of the minerals, as we said. And these pack a punch. So
yes. Why these ones? Because you can get vitamin C elsewhere. So. This is we have a channel. Myself and Nick do shows for you in order to educate, inform, and spread the message of why we're different to other health companies out there. Because there are other health companies, of course there are.
There are. So why these? So many people, many customers, many of you are on subscription for this, choose the vitamin C rosehip. So this is so there's 30 capsules in a pot.
Yep.
So, and they've got 500 milligrams, which is 500 milligrams of vitamin C.
Yes.
Finish my sentence, Nicholas. And which works out 625% the NRV.
Which is amazing.
Okay, so NRV, nutritional reference value.
Nutritional reference value, or also known as
RDA, recommended daily allowance. So they used to be one, used to be the other.
They just swapped it round,
It's
like for like, really. But it's the minimum guideline of which we're advised to take per day, and it's the EU guidelines. Well, we've gone above the minimum. We don't want the minimum. We've gone for pack a punch, belts and braces approach. Ensure that you are getting the most incredible levels, and what I love about this particular one. So this isn't just vitamin C. It's never just vitamin C because vitamin C is amazing, but it's vitamin C and rosehip. Okay,
so explain the importance, and this again belongs in the bestsellers because of this this element, the rosehip.
The rosehip. So, funny enough, that you may have even seen on a previous show, Steve, who's our founder, actually on one of his many adventures, many of his excursions, his trips, going and eating rosehip actually in the wild.
Well, again, I know you're more than familiar, but just to sort of compound the research. So rosehip is one of the, it's a nutritional superfruit that is found in the wild rose known as the Rosa canina.
That's it.
Packed full of natural vitamin C.
That's it. In itself, it's such an incredible source of it. It's the accessory fruit of the rose. But the funny thing is we don't really get to see it because of the way that we prune our roses when we're chopping them down. So often they don't get to that stage where you see this beautiful, vibrant, luscious, intensely sort of orangey red accessory fruit that within it has an amazing amount of vitamin C, and you can eat them. I've had Steve prove that on previously when he was out in the wild and just picked some off a bush. So Steve will pretty much eat anything though. Steve's even eaten, and bear with me on this, Steve's even eaten hair gel on air to prove that
I saw that one.
You're probably thinking, why on earth would he do that? But because he wanted to show that I wouldn't want to put something on my skin that I wasn't happy ingesting. Now look, it didn't taste any good, but he was happy to do it because there was no consequence of doing it because it was all natural.
Absolutely. So
which made me chuckle.
And you've got the rosehip milligram of 400 milligrams here as well. So it packs a punch this time of year, but every time of the year, all time of year. Vitamin C is an essential vitamin. As I say, we can't. That's. I think you did touch upon this. We can't retain it. That because some minerals or vitamins we can retain.
Yes.
This is not one.
This isn't one
every day.
No, you need to keep on top of it, really.
Like everything in life, just
like
keep it on
everything.
top. Okay, so this is a very special price. Normally £3.99, but for a very limited time, offer price of £2.79 for you and the family.
Absolutely, that's the thing. So all you need to do to ensure that you get that 30% saving is either quote Save 30 over the phone by calling the 0800 line that you see at the bottom of the screen. I will read that out for you. Ready?
I'm ready.
0800 4402 888. That's 0800 4402 888. It'll always be at the bottom of the screen, or you can find it on our website. And on that note, if you're buying via the website, you're going through primaliving.com, you just have to put the code in at checkout. It will explain it for you. It will be there. You won't miss it. We want you to get that saving, and then it will automatically deduct 30% off and take it down to less than £3 for not just vitamin C, but vitamin C and rosehip. Now, Nick, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you like smoothies?
I love a smoothie. Are we going for a smoothie?
Do you? We have actually done. We did another show actually, which you can see on screen. Nutrition in 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's chaos.
Absolutely, we love a bit of chaos in the kitchen.
Still on the roof. No,
yeah. If you haven't checked them out already,
on the walls. No,
we're actually having to refurb the kitchen off the back of the show. We did. No, it's fine. No,
we were very well behaved.
We were for once. Yes. Yeah. My reason for asking, in fact, before I go any further, so you like smoothies? Mm-hmm. Do you like yogurts?
I do like yogurts.
You like yogurts, so Greek yogurt, probiotic rich, lots of goodness.
The more natural ones.
We'll actually be talking about probiotics in a moment. Now, the beauty about this is because it is in a capsule of which you can open. You can open it up, and you can pour.
Okay, so this is the vitamin C, yeah.
Yes.
Vitamin C, yeah.
In fact, could you mind me pouring this into your hand? Nick's going, I've just become the dummy for this now.
You need scissors, I can get you scissors.
No, there we go, it's fine, just as easy as that. But Nick, see how much is there? I see, he said, why did I agree to that? Look at how much is in there, but it tastes amazing. It tastes amazing, very sweet actually.
Got some water on the
And you can pour, Nick's thinking, why have I done this?
You're trying to find that.
Yeah.
There we go.
So whilst you're on that, I'm just going to, bear with me, I'll grab you something that you can pour that into, Nick.
Okay, so just to recap, so vitamin C is 500 milligrams, which is 625% of the NRV.
There we go.
Let's put that to there.
There we go.
I've made a mess now.
Yeah, it's what we do best. Okay. It's what we do best.
We'll pop it there. Okay. In fact, we'll pop it there.
But you can pour that into smoothies. You can pour it over yogurt.
Yes, I see.
And you can get it that way. You know, you don't have to. You can have it as a capsule by all means. But if you fancy mixing it up one day and making a mess like we did, no, you don't have to make a mess. Then that's a great way to go about it.
Okay, so there are 30 capsules within the pot. So 30-day supply, limited time. So £3.99 ordinarily, £2.79, and you can subscribe as well if you wish, with it being essential vitamin.
Yes. Now, in fact, subscription is always the best way to save. So if you subscribe, you will get the lowest possible price. So even when we do our amazing sales, like the 30% off at the moment, if you're buying it as a one-off, that's a great way to purchase. But if you subscribe and get it delivered direct to your door, it's just £1.98 per month.
Yeah.
You get additional reward points. You get 5 reward points that get added to your bank of reward points that you can then cash in for other supplements, other products, and there's loads of ways in which you can use those. But for 6p a day, you could potentially bolster your immune system, reduce the likelihood of coughs and colds, and have more energy.
It just means you're covered, doesn't it? And again, and when you see it in its basic form of 6p a day.
I mean, what would you get for 6p a day? You can't get a coffee for that.
No, anything for 6p these days, can you? I don't know. Well,
no.
You can get this, but
yeah, well, there we go.
In a pot of 30, though. Yeah, so
absolutely.
And a way forward the subscription, and also the model of the subscription. Subscription for some people has a weight behind it of commitment, or that's not the case, is it? You can stop.
You can stop at any time. It just means that you're saying, I would like this delivered direct to my door every 30, 60 or 90 days.
Yeah.
But then you can change the frequency. So if you want to change it back to per month or change it to every 60 days, you have the power to do that by calling or adjusting it online. But you can also cancel at any point as well. There's no exit fee. There's no contract. You're just saving money and having it. I just would do it that way. I just don't. It's for me. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
So get your hands on that. Now we've talked about immunity.
Immunity. Now, over the years, seemingly bacteria has got a lot of bad press, but now science has shown that there's good bacteria and there's bad bacteria. But what's the difference, how to know the difference, and what's within us? Now, if you just put a context on, for example, how long, our planet is said to be, 4.5 billion years old. Bacteria seems to have been around, people believe to be around 3.8 to 9 billion. Yeah, is that right? So 4.5 billion years old planet. Get this right, Nicholas. Bacteria believed to be around 3.8 to 3.9 billion years old. So bacteria's been here longer than we have, almost the building blocks.
We're imposters.
It is that though, yeah. Like the building block. If you put I'm sure you've all seen this, where you have the timeline of where the dinosaurs existed, where humans existed. We're on the mere. Right at the end, really.
We're a small dent in that timeline.
And within them, very clumsily sort of described, but the bacteria has been around a long time. The building blocks in many respects for a lot of triggers of life, but also to sustain life as well.
Absolutely.
We talk a lot about balance here in Primal. So there's lots to talk about here. Very exciting. So these are the immune family supplements.
Yes, they are.
Why, Poppy, would I take these?
Why wouldn't you? It's probably a better question. Why wouldn't you take them? Okay, so they are family friendly. You can take these from the ages 3 and up, and they're so consumable, palatable, delectable.
Flavours, isn't it?
They are flavoured, natural flavours.
So chewable and flavour. It's chewable.
Yeah, let's
with
get
flavours.
some out. Let's have one each. Let's share the love.
Well,
share the love.
ladies first.
Oh, thank you so much. So they're pretty diddy actually, which I really like because they're really easy to consume. So they're only small.
Yeah.
They're chewable. They're vanilla and lemon flavour. Which means that they are super tasty. The problem of which you'll have is probably stopping. Look at them, they're tiny.
Yes.
So the problem you might have is stopping your children, your nieces, your nephews taking any more. My nephew Tyler is a prime example. I say, sweetheart, they're not sweet, but, and by the way, can I just also confirm that, and you know my sister as well, don't you? My sister actually babysits for your little ones. But getting Tyler, my nephew, to have a probiotic prior to this was not an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
So this has just opened up a whole new world for my sister, and you know, and could potentially do the same for you. But probiotics, they are live organisms. It sounds a bit like, no, I don't have these creepy crawlies on me. Yeah. Yes, you do. Nick does, I do, you do. Yeah, no one's excused from this. You have live organisms living on and in your body.
Yeah.
Now, look, don't panic. It's normal. They are actually helping us, although there are some bad guys in there as well.
Okay, so let's so first of all, I'm going to throw some questions at you that I know I ask, people ask at home as well. I know a lot of you know this as well. So the microbiome.
Okay, so there's lots of different microbiomes.
Yeah.
You can have a microbiome of the skin, and the best way to explain this, so the microbiome is the area, the ecosystem of that particular area.
Okay.
So if you take the example of a desert and a jungle,
the
organisms, the life forms that live in the desert are much more different, very different to that of a jungle, much like the organisms and life forms that live in your skin will be different to the ones in your gut. The gut is what we're talking about.
Okay, so to concentrate on two, notice Poppy said gut, not tummy. So the gut is beyond the tummy. So you're getting down there. So we're going to concentrate on two strains, if you like, of in the microbiome. You've got bacteroid Ets, and you've got the where have they gone?
The Firmicutes.
Firmicutes, sorry, the Firmicutes, which are far from cute. So the Firmicutes are the bad guys, okay? So think of the good guys, the bad guys, they're the bad guys. But the bacteroid Ets are the good guys. Now they feed, so we'll say with me on this, they feed off different kinds of food. So the bad guys generally feed off the refined sugars, your carbohydrates,
fried stuff.
Fried stuff. But the good guys feed off?
The good guys feed off the likes of fibre, which is, so fibre is therefore described as a prebiotic. So it's the food for the probiotic.
Mm-hmm. So having good gut health can affect weight. Just jump in when you start with this. So can affect weight, mood, mental health, serotonin.
Can I jump in about mood?
Happy hormone.
Well, serotonin. So you've hit the nail on the head there. So 90% of your serotonin. So you may have heard of serotonin. So just to reiterate, to clarify what it is, serotonin is known as the happy hormone. Mm-hmm. It's actually a neurotransmitter. So it sends signals in the brain, and Low levels of serotonin is associated with depression, anxiety, low mood, fatigue, tiredness, and 90% of that serotonin is actually created in the gut. And this is why nowadays, it's honestly, this is the bit that just gets me so incredibly passionate.
Yes.
There's something known as the vagus nerve.
Go on.
And that means wandering. So the vagus nerve starts from here and goes all the way to my tummy, well, to my gut, all the way to my stomach, to here. And chances are you've heard the saying, listen to your gut feeling.
Yeah.
That didn't come out
gut
of nowhere.
reaction as well. It's very core of us, yeah.
That's because, and butterflies in your tummy, butterflies in the gut area, that just doesn't come from nowhere. This is because this is talking to this and this is talking to this, the other way around as well. Moments of anxiousness, you find that you might have a bit of a rumble in the tummy.
Yeah.
Likewise, if this can cause anxiousness here. And looking after your microbiome, so ensuring that you've got a good balance of the good guys. You've got bad guys as well.
Yeah.
And I say bad guys, you actually need some of those.
You do need them, yeah.
Because they allow your body to recognise infections and nasties, but you don't want these guys to be up here and the good guys to be here. So you want it to be here.
You don't wish them sort of overtake, as it were. So obviously we eat the balanced diet, cutting back on the refined carbohydrates and carbohydrates and
the refined stuff,
and the sugars, etc.
Yeah.
But then helping the good guys out with the fibre.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it's so phenomenal, like you say. So going back to your list there, Nick. So you reference. So we talked about mood.
Mood can help with mental health, serotonin, happy hormone.
Weight was on there as well, wasn't it?
What? Sorry.
Weight. You referenced
weight,
as well,
which I never knew. That's extraordinary. And having an unbalanced gut flora can lead to bloating, gas, even diarrhea. We've all had those kind of feelings, and it's interesting to go right to the core to find out how you can help yourself with this.
Interestingly, so actually Hannah, who's our Primal chef, had tried probiotics elsewhere previously and never had any joy, and she suffers from bloating. She's happy. I'm more than happy. I've asked her. I say, do you mind mentioning this on air, Han? And she said, no, that's no problem. And it wasn't until the Primal supplement that she really felt a difference. Someone else that really would be worth listening to at this moment in time is the wonderful Mia Hogenius, who was actually in charge of the product development of our amazing immune supplement.
Some of the background of the immune tablet, the immune product, is that we know also, of course, our children needs a good immune defense and needs to develop a strong and healthy immune system. So, of course, it's important also for children. This is why we made it with a nice taste, because we also need our children to stay healthy. They go to school and they go to daycare, and in fall when school starts, a lot of kids needs to stay home for a week because they get sick. So we know it's important for them to be able to be in school and for parents to go to work. And also to build their microbiome with healthy bacteria from the start. In general, food supplements are recommended to children above 3, and this is perfectly suitable for both kids and adults.
It's just absolutely fascinating, and we have done, and we will do in future as well, a whole show dedicated to this supplement. But it had to be part of the bestsellers because it is interesting as well when you receive your pot. So it's a pot of 30.
Yeah.
And it says here 5 billion CFU, colony-forming units.
Colony-forming units. I think that makes me think of little army soldiers marching their way down to gut, being like, I'm going to do good. I just have this picture in my head whenever someone says this. Yeah. And it, to be honest, it is basically that. Colony-forming units are the live organisms of which travel to the gut and do all the goodness of which we've talked about, from known to be a contributing factor in improving mental health, helping with weight, and you're probably thinking, how on earth can this play a role in weight? There have been studies whereby the bacteria and the microbiome, the gut microbiome of and by the way, before I say this, we do not test on animals. This is a test that was done many years ago, not by us as well, from a study that's actually just quite well known in research and science. But they swapped the bacteria between an obese mouse, and they were twins, and a slim mouse, and they swapped them over, and the reverse actually happened. So the slim mouse that then had the bacteria of its sibling,
Yeah.
the out of balance bacteria with more of the bad guys, as we talked about, the firmicutes, actually caused the mouse to gain weight, and vice versa. So it's been shown to have an effect on our weight, on our mood, on our immunity. You can see the passion. I absolutely adore it, and it's family friendly as well.
We're very passionate about this. What was I going to mention there? So we talked about the colony forming units of this one. So yeah, the deal here and now as part of this promotion. So £12.99 ordinarily, and 30% offer price now. So it's come out £9.09.
Yeah, if you use Save 30 as the code. So Save 30 to be used upon checkout if you're buying online, or to quote it over the phone. But
I remember what I was going to say, by the way.
Oh, go on, go for it, yeah.
Because a question that I know many people do ask, and is it what can affect? There are certain situations that can affect your microbiome as well. For example, if you've had you've been ill, food poisoning, antibiotics.
Really funny you reference this actually, Nick, because just last night, have you seen these adverts, the NHS adverts about antibiotics? And it's a little marching antibiotic, little marching pill, and it's just saying, take the advice of your doctors. We can't fix everything because, and there was a big show actually on the radio going back about a couple of months ago now. So this has been in talks for quite a while, but more now than I'd say than ever. It's sort of come back into the media about antibiotic resistance, which is a whole other story and a whole other show. But antibiotics can do a lot of good, but too many antibiotics can also, and also antibiotics can't fix everything, can have negative impacts and actually even affects. Do you know what? I could talk about this for a long time, so I'm going to stop myself. But antibiotics can have an effect on your bacteria. It's actually advised by many. Always check with your GP. This isn't me saying this, so just always check with your GP. But many people choose to take a probiotic to balance their bacteria in their gut after a dose of antibiotics.
And important, of course. Obviously, you're taking the supplement when you choose to and when you need to, but backing it up with fibre.
Yes.
Okay, so feeding the good guys. The bad guys there can get enough with the with what's out there. The good guys keep that fibre going.
It needs to be fed
with these.
It's like us. It's like we need to be fed to keep going, and Slim Shots would be a great way to do that actually. Slim Shots is actually one of our best sellers, but because it's in its own show, which you'll be able to see on Sky, on YouTube, on the website, or just go and have a look online and just look at the product itself without the show. But Slim Shots is a fibrous drink that is known to help aid weight loss, but is also, as I say, a fibrous drink, so it's an amazing prebiotic. So check out our Slim Shots as well. Okay,
and just find out this one, the key word here is family. So it's suitable for little ones.
It is suitable.
To what age?
3+. Yeah. Looking after their little tums has been known to have a great effect on their entire sort of health. If you want to set up your family, many people believe for a lifetime, then probiotics could play a really important role in that. Of course, we talk about food being the pinnacle and diet, but getting fermented foods that are probiotic rich actually isn't as easy as we'd like it to be.
Not easy.
When was the last time you had sauerkraut?
Never. I never had it. Have you ever had it?
I remember you asking me this in another show. I thought, I don't know.
So bring it out. Here we go.
It's very probiotic rich.
It's very nice, but I've never had it.
Should we have sauerkraut?
I'll try anything once. I'll try anything once. I'm up for that.
There we go. Sauerkraut in our next cooking show.
That sounds good. Okay, so all the details on the screen for the Immune family. Now, next up.
Yes.
Sea kelp.
Yes. Now, before we go to the next part of this show. So we've done vitamin C and rosehip, and we've done Immune family.
Yeah.
For the next 3 supplements that we do, we're going to switch things up a little bit.
Go on.
We are doing the 30%.
I thought you were going to spring something on me then. I was just checking.
I mean, just don't look above you, Nick.
I wonder why you put the chair on this trapdoor.
Yeah, don't worry about that, Nick. It's nothing to see there. Hey, can you pull that?
Sorry, I interrupted. Sorry. Go.
No. So. Amazing offer, amazing discount, but we're actually moving into a really special clearance part of the show. There it is. Now, this isn't just any clearance. When we do clearance anyway, the prices are unbelievable. Of course, that in itself contributes to it being a bestseller because everyone goes crazy for the price, but we've actually gone even lower. So you've got additional clearance prices on the next 3 supplements. Nick, take it away, sea kelp. I know how much you love algae. That sounds like such a strange thing.
I am algae obsessed. Now, for those of you who have the Primal Cure book, if you please refer If you refer to... okay, so sea kelp. Okay, well, kelp and what's known as bladderwrack are both types of seaweed. Okay, they grow in sort of shallow, nutrient-rich salt water. Now, what this provides for us is iodine. Okay, so if you've got the Primal, so let's start with Steve's Primal Cure book. If you go to page 267, it's got a section on iodine here. So it contributes to the creation of thyroid hormones. Yeah. It also helps rebuild and repair bones, as well as supporting a healthy nervous system. Good sources include fish. So this is always interesting because where can you get it from in your diet? Yeah. So good sources include fish, shellfish, and seaweed. And we've got sea kelp here. Yeah. Iodine is also iodine used to also be found in vegetables, but sadly, today most soil is depleted. You've got a good take on that, explaining that. So depleted soil.
Depleted soil, you hear this a lot with minerals, magnesium and zinc as well, because of modern farming methods.
It's intensive, isn't it?
It's intensive. There can be lots of pesticides. There can be...
and this is a response to demand. This is not, there's more people, there's more... supermarkets, there's more...
it's the pressure that farmers are getting from the consumer. The consumer pressurises the supermarket then pressurises the farmer, and then the farmer then pressurises his own land and stock and cattle and everything else as well. So that, it's this cycle, which is why when we talk about organic, if everybody went organic, then it would become more affordable. But because it's the minority at the moment, for example, just using it as an example, it's more of a luxury, but it's again, it's another topic that I could do another show on.
Okay, so we saw the flash of the slide there. So let's have a look. What are the benefits, or what can be the benefits? What can it help with? Kelp and iodine. So starting with the first one, Pops.
So contribute to normal cognitive function. So we're talking about the brain. So if you've got hazy days, this might be something to consider. Energy yielding metabolism. Of course, metabolism, has a function when it comes to our weight, and functioning of the nervous system and maintenance of normal skin. So you've got lots there.
Okay, can help obviously with the production of thyroid hormones we mentioned and normal thyroid function. Natural source of vitamins is packed full. Vitamins K, A1, B1, B2, C, D, and E.
Now, just looking at that from a surface perspective there, so just literally touching upon, you could really dive into this, no pun intended, well, pun intended a little bit. I'm not going to water this down.
Keep going, loving it.
This is fishy business we're up to here, so no, I will stop. But yeah, I'm done now. I'm done.
Sorry, it's not the place. That was the fish one. That didn't work. Move on.
No, that's good. We like that. But with the it's 5 minutes of our show where we rather than educate, we like to do puns instead. So the vitamins that have been referenced there that you've just seen on screen, contributing to immunity, psychological functions, so helping from the our mental health, our physical health. It really has an array. And can I just touch upon thyroids for a moment?
Yes, please do.
Okay, thyroids are incredibly important. And I actually have had a friend very recently that's had problems with their thyroids. I've had problems with my thyroids in the past as well. And my goodness, it can play havoc on your body in so many ways. Your thyroid...
Yeah, explain to us what they are.
Thyroids are glands that play a role in metabolism. So your weight. So you can have an overactive or an underactive. So hyper or hypothyroidism. Yeah. And it can either send you one way or the other. So you can either have feelings of anxiousness if it's hyper. So your body's sort of running on overdrive, and you're feeling too stressed out and too energetic and energetic's probably the wrong word because you want energy, but anxiousness, it's that feeling of sort of worry all the time. And it can affect your weight, much as the reverse can do. So it can cause to weight gain. Yeah. It can cause to poor skin.
Yeah. So bringing this back to sea kelp, you say it can help? Has been known to help?
Absolutely. It has been known to, has been associated with. In fact, if anybody was to say to me what would be the main reason to take sea kelp, I would probably pinpoint thyroid and the fact that sea kelp's got iodine in, and iodine helps the function, helps a normal functioning thyroid system basically. So if you struggle with your weight, if you struggle with skin,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go. You got another train of
I was
thought
going
there.
to say, Zoe, you may even be watching this right now. I had the loveliest message, and we still stay in contact with one of the Primal customers. And by the way, both myself and Nick would love to hear from you if you want to contact us. Look, we can't give medical advice over social media pages, but if you want to comment on any of the products or just say hello, then
give us your feedback as well.
Give us your feedback on Poppy Hadkinson, Nick Davis on Instagram, and let us know. But lovely lady Zoe let me know and said that with a Primal lifestyle and after taking sea kelp, her skin completely cleared up.
Really?
Now, I can't say this for everybody, but Zoe really suffered with adult acne, and it changed. She said it changed my world.
Yeah.
Changed my world. Sorry.
So we addressed the vitamins, minerals as well, can naturally be found in the bladder rack, including zinc, magnesium, iron, potassium, copper, and calcium as well. It's packed full. It's extraordinary.
Do you know it's actually got 10 times more calcium than milk?
I never knew that.
10 times more calcium than milk. And lots of people are deficient in this now because people are sort of moving for alternatives. So milk alternatives, which, fabulous, for the reasons of which you're doing it.
Yeah.
But it can cause a deficiency in this area.
Yeah, and also this has vitamin D in, and so absorb the calcium, of course, you've got to have appropriate levels of... So to absorb the calcium, you've got to have correct levels of vitamin D.
Yes.
There's so much in this. Can we speak to another expert? Let my brain rest.
Let's speak to another expert. Let's go for it.
Let my brain rest.
So whilst Nick has a little rest, you can listen, you can also dial in at this moment in time as well. It's a good opportunity to get on the phone lines and take advantage of the clearance price on your screen right now. But this is Victoria Fenton talking about sea kelp.
One of the best ways to supplement, and the biggest foods that we miss in our modern diet, is sea vegetables. So there's a common misconception that the Paleolithic ancestors didn't have a lot of salt in their diet because they hadn't discovered salt. In reality, they were eating a ton of sea vegetables, which are inherently salty. So sea kelp, dulse, all of these kind of seaweeds are rich in a lot of micronutrients because they're essentially green vegetables under the sea, but they're also rich in salt and iodine and selenium and all the nutrients that are really rich, that are really useful for the sort of micronutrient portions of human physiology that we sometimes miss in modern diets because there isn't just another way to get them really easily.
The fabulous Victoria Fenton there. No end of knowledge with that lady. She's an absolute genius. Okay. Sea kelp. So sea kelp is the supplement we're talking about right now under special offer. Now, this is a natural anti-inflammatory, which is very important. Now, okay, so let's define this. Okay, we're here, inflammation and anti-inflammatory. Inflammation is not necessarily a bad thing, but it can be, like anything with an extreme.
That's it, yeah. If you get the chronic, unrelenting version of it, that's when you run into trouble.
So inflammation can help with what? I mean, so
you need you need inflammation when it comes to wound healing. Inflammation plays a really important role in that process.
Yeah.
But it can also be very negative if you have too much of it, and it sort of if it starts running havoc and taking control of you rather than doing what it's sort of meant to do as a mechanism of healing, then you've got issues. Yeah. Okay,
and so this is a natural, which is a great word to see, natural anti-inflammatory.
Natural anti-inflammatory because of all the goodness of which this possesses. This beautiful sea vegetable of which we're just as a general population just not getting enough in our diets. I certainly don't get enough because I don't have a lot of seafood and I don't have a lot of fish in my diet and stuff like that, and the fish eat the algae, so you can get it through that source as well. But this, by the way, one of the most important things that we haven't referenced.
Go on.
So if you're vegan or vegetarian, you're probably watching this thinking, well, I don't eat fish.
Yeah.
I don't have, I have the diet that perhaps is rich in this sort of nutrient. We also made this to cater for anybody with that lifestyle choice, of which we completely respect, of course, as well.
Yep.
Because this is indeed suitable for vegetarians and vegans, which I know a lot of sea kelp. In fact, we've got comparisons of other sea kelp elsewhere.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Not all sea kelp is suitable for vegans and vegetarians.
Okay.
Some of it's a lot more expensive. So let's have a look at some prices.
So talk us through. Okay, so this is somebody else. So this is kelp supplement, 400 milligrams, 60 capsules. and this was priced elsewhere at £10, £10.70.
£10.70. Okay, so look, they have got 60. So if you double ours up and then double the price, you're still, by the way, saving. So we've got 30 in ours, but we've got over double the potency. So look, we've got 1,000 milligrams. Even let's say if you were getting 2 of these, we're still nowhere near that price, £10.70. We're not even close. You're still sub £4.
That's amazing.
It just doesn't go. And so £10.70. Whereas with ours, even on a normal price, it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. Another example that we can show you as well.
Okay, so here we go. Seaweed supplement, 60 capsules, £19.95 for 60.
Again, so 60 capsules. I would say, yeah. So
60 again. It's £22.
Yeah.
This is elsewhere, obviously.
Yeah.
And again, that's just signposts. And also, obviously that's why it was in the theme of this show. Customers rave about the quality and the concentration within Primal sea kelp.
That's it. And if you look at it in this respect, so if you buy 2 of these in clearance, you're paying £2.40 in comparison to some of the £20 versions elsewhere. £2.40. And also, you're not just getting, and we're not talking about like for like, we're talking of other examples that we've seen elsewhere, but every single one that we showed you there for a higher price is lesser in potency. So we've got 1,000 milligrams. We'd advise you can take up to 2 per day. It's up to you. Some people take 1, some people take 2. It's entirely your choice. But £2.40 in comparison to £20, that is a big difference. Big difference.
And you can subscribe if you wish. There's more examples here. Again, this is what's out there, which you'll have seen, but it just sort of signposts the great value and deals you're getting with us. So, as Pop says, £1.20 in the clearance, and you can subscribe with this particular supplement as well, and with others on the website or with an operator. All you do, it's down to personal preference whether you like to speak to somebody or you like to do it online. We're cool either way, whichever you prefer. So 0800 number as well if you'd like to speak to somebody. Because there are questions people have, particularly with vitamins, minerals, supplements. There's occaionally, there's only so much we can pack into an hour show, believe it or not, and half-hour show. So sometimes someone has or want to go over, what's the word, revisit a certain fact or anything about it.
That's what we're here for. And in fact, I'm actually going to go against something that I would normally say. Typically, I'd say subscribing is the best way to get the saving. When we're talking about clearance, in this instance, because we've gone even lower, so we're clearance plus clearance at the moment, so we've gone lower than even the normal clearance price, the best way to buy this is in clearance. So if you get 2, as we said, so it's £1.20 for 1, I would stock up. We don't normally go this low on this, and I can be honest with you there, that you can see that. You've perhaps seen it on the website before. You will see it in a couple of weeks' time and see that it won't be as low as that. So take advantage whilst it's still under offer. With clearance, I'd just go straight for the clearance price. Subscription normally, because subscription is amazing saving, normally beats the sale, but clearance in this instance is different.
Okay, and I think just to recap, there's 60 supplements in the sea kelp. Okay, and 30 days. So 30 days supply, but again, if you want to take 1 or 2, so 60 in that pot.
Yeah.
Fabulous, okay.
Absolutely. So yeah, go straight for the clearance price. Don't subscribe to the clearance ones. In fact, I don't think we might even not even be offering that at the moment, I don't think. Because the price just beats it. So that is the lowest price that you can get this, £1.20.
Okay, take advantage. Okay, moving on. Okay. I'm never going to, never have the temerity to ask a lady about weight or talk about weight. But
weight or age?
Weight, yeah, yes.
Although you know how old I am.
I don't believe it. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
I hope you mean because you think I look younger. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah. No, it just does. Okay, so we all have an ideal weight that we want to be, and obviously it's different. We're all different shapes and sizes and heights, and that's the beauty of it. I've always battled with my weight.
Have you?
Since 30.
Yeah.
Pre-30, it was, it was disco, honestly. I really didn't have to worry. And obviously, I've always been quite mindful. My mum was did most of the cooking in our house. That's just the way it was, and she's a very good cook and very natural foods.
Yes, yeah.
So I had quite a good diet. Then you make some some interesting choices when one is a student and a young adult. Then you kind of go back, hopefully back onto the good stuff. But yeah, post 30, it's just I have to really, really be strict now.
To be able to keep it. I mean, Steve's the same. Steve talks about...
Yeah, and he openly talks about it as well.
He looks at a pizza and puts weight on. And I've got to be very careful with what I eat for both that and health reasons.
Yes. Well, that's the thing, because there's obviously there's a healthy weight. You can have an unhealthy weight too much. You can have an unhealthy weight too little as well.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, in both respects. And it's about being healthy, feeling good, body confidence, but really. The bit that I've struggled with throughout the years, and in fact, again, my birthday just the other day, and my mum posted some lovely photos, as parents do, on my Facebook page, and I was looking, rather, let's say a little bit chunky in one of them. So a little bit large. Yeah, I mean.
So what?
No, I wasn't. No,
chunky.
he's been. Even I knew. My parents knew that perhaps I wasn't at the healthiest way. Yeah. I've struggled as well.
Hang on, but there's nothing wrong with being chunky if it's right for you relative to your size and your height. So so that's what you're addressing. Yes. You're saying you were uncomfortable with the size you were relative to your height.
I was struggling, and it had an effect on my asthma as well. The bit that I've struggled with, and I don't know if you're the same, is the bit around the tum. The tummy. Do you know which I'm talking about? It's actually called visceral fat, and this area here is where your vital, very important, needed, necessary organs are.
That's a nightmare for me, though. I don't know if that's just a male thing, but that tends to be where my...
Oh, I mean?
Where I sort of put on my timber, as it were.
Yeah, the muffin top appears, and that's where my weight goes. That's where for me. It's always there.
So when we go over where we believe we should be and are not comfortable, how do we get back?
How do you get back?
Without being... miserable.
Okay, and also unhealthy again.
Yeah, and unhealthy. Yeah, you want to be not miserable and have a good strategy and a healthy strategy of getting back to where you want to be or where you need to be. I'd say
a helping hand wouldn't go amiss at that moment in time.
Yes.
And I know that loads of you love this. This is exactly why these two supplements, the two varieties of our Born to be Slim supplements are in this show, because you've gone wild over them, especially with the prices that we have gone down to for a limited time only. Just want to reference that again. If you come back in a couple of weeks after this show. By the way, if this show is running, then the price is available. If not, we're pulling the show anyway. So, but if you come back in a couple of weeks, find the price has changed, that is what can happen. This is an exclusive offer. So here we go. Let's get started with...
Sorry.
No?
Can we start with mango?
We can. Well, we've got green tea on screen now, but we can start with mango. Yeah.
So the reason to start with mango is why are my questions...
Mango.
Thank you. Sorry. Thank you. Why are these so popular? Customer after customer after customer raving about these. Now we've got some slides because it's about what's right. Let's talk about what these aren't. They're not so much slimming pills with loads of nasties in, are they?
I hate those. I'm sorry, it's a strong word to use, but I do. Yeah. And I've been sucked into them in years gone by. I've seen them. I've watched friends go through it. The effects that it can have on your heart and just...
I tried some. And
I know you referenced it as well.
I felt rotten.
How did you feel?
It was awful. I was ill.
Just really sort of just unwell.
Yeah, very unwell. Yeah.
And it's upsetting that there's these sort of pills and this marketing going out in the outside world, and they promise you the absolute earth. This is not a miracle cure. This is not. This is a helping hand with natural ingredients that have been known through studies, through research to aid weight loss, which we're about to tell you about now. This is not to change your hormones. It's not synthetic. It's not artificial. This is about natural
Well, let's have a look in the pot, figuratively speaking.
Yes, I want to look into it, literally as well.
So here we go. Contains 4 plant extracts from different parts of the world which can and have been known to aid weight loss. Research trials by the US National Library of Medicine, National Institute of Health found African mango helped reduce both waistline and hip circumferences.
Can we go back onto that one more time? Sorry, Nick. So that last bit there. So just a reference. So research trials by the US National Library of Medicine.
Yep.
National Institute of Health, found African mango helped reduce both waistline and hip circumference. So it's this particular mango.
So it's reaching for these natural extracts. Raspberry extracts as well can work as both a powerful appetite suppressant, which is well known, that one, isn't it? And whilst helping the body burn fat. and can help manage your blood sugar levels as well.
Ooh, now that's an interesting one. So blood sugar levels, always consult with your GP, by the way, before considering adding a supplement to your lifestyle, to your routine. But blood sugar levels could be, something that if you're pre-diabetic or have diabetes running in your family, like I do, that you may want to take note of and just perhaps have a helping hand. These are natural ingredients that studies have suggested, have shown that could potentially help you lose weight, burn calories faster, burn fat faster. We're not saying take this and don't do anything, and we're not saying it's a miracle cure.
No, it's alongside.
It's the same concept as eating foods that will help you speed up your metabolism. It's the same concept.
Well, on that point, let's go into the pot with this list. So your excellent pronunciation required here, Poppy. So starting with 4 powerful plant extracts which studies have shown could help you lose weight. Vingia gabensis plant.
Vingia gabenensis.
Yeah. The yerba mate powder.
Yerba mate.
Love this. Prickly pear extract.
Yes, yeah.
Raspberry leaf powder.
Yeah.
DL-phenylalanine, forgive me.
DL-phenylalanine.
And caffeine.
And caffeine.
Okay.
Yes.
And within the pot you get 30. So 30 days.
That's it. One a day to give you a helping hand. I'd say take it before a meal. The ingredients in here, so caffeine, for example, natural caffeine, by the way, not synthetic, has been associated with metabolism boosting. Raspberry has been associated with appetite suppressing. And by the way, if you're thinking, well, how? Raspberry's full of fibre. Fibre, we've talked about in other shows, is it helps you feel fuller for longer, hence why you've got this fibre aspect consumed and encapsulated within this pill.
And you can't digest fibre as well, it passes through, doesn't it?
Passes through you and it helps really clean you out as well and, detoxify the body. Yeah. It's fun. The ingredients are amazing. It's all about the research. You said something before, you said something the other day, bringing science and...
with tradition. So you've got, with many of the vitamins and supplements here at Primal, you've got sort of centuries of traditional techniques fusing with modern day scientific sort of revelations in one pot.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
In that respect, it's a great time to be alive, isn't it? That we've got this, again, we're very blessed as well to be born in this part of the world, in this country as well, where we have these within our reach.
Yeah.
So we've got the Born to be Slim mango, but there's another. Well, what do you call it? Flavour, but an extract, green tea.
An extract. Okay. Oh, green tea.
Which is famous. It's like a superstar.
It is a superstar. It's
yeah.
so famous. Do you like green tea? Drinking green tea, Nick?
Do you know what? This is completely true. I do like drinking green tea, but I always forget to buy it.
Okay, well, so we have a lot of it here.
Yes, so it's one of those...
on my desk, Nick. You can use it anytime you want.
So careful what you offer there. Because it will be one of those. Well, Nick, the premise was that you were meant to replace the green tea. No, so in our house, if we buy green tea, we'll drink it, and then it's run out, and then I forgot to get it again. So yeah. So but do love green tea.
Green tea, and it's so good for you. But I understand that it's not everybody's.
You stumbled into this. I did.
Oh my goodness, this is so unintentional. It's not everybody's cup of green tea. Yeah. I did it. I'm sorry. That was actually unintentional. I do like a pun, but that was. I didn't mean to do that. Anyway, so if you don't like drinking green tea, because I know that it's an acquired taste, then we have capsulated a version for you that holds many of the benefits that people talk about green tea potentially having. Now, green tea naturally possesses caffeine. Now, caffeine's an interesting one, isn't it? In terms of weight metabolism, because caffeine is said to help boost metabolism, speed the bodily functions up, and as a result, you feel more energetic. If you feel more energetic, you're likely to go out. You've also got, what else have we got in there?
So you've got the largest is the green tea extract. Of course, you've got caffeine in there, flaxseed oil powder.
Omegas are brilliant for joints, to help you move, to be able to go out for that walk, but also energy as well.
Capsicum extract.
Capsicum, that's pepper. Yeah. That's pepper. So basically,
that's almost like thermogenics in a way.
It is like a thermogenic stands for it's thermogenesis, which is the production of heat, the body producing heat and burning calories. Spicy foods produce heat in the body and burn calories. Everything you will see on the back of this is what you've had in either your meals, you've drank in a drink. but it's just capsulated, combined together in an easy to take pill that you can just enjoy.
Okay, yeah. And
would you eat and drink everything off the back of that list there?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I know, as you do, and as you do as well, I know and I hope it comes across. But the amount of love and the amount of checking, quite right, and care that goes into the amount of work that goes into all the vitamins, all the minerals, all the supplements. It's almost like the result is the tip of the iceberg. And I know that's a little bit of a cliche, but cliches tend to be, some based in truth sometimes. But that beneath the ocean of what's gone on to get these and all the Primal living ones. I've been here about 2-3 months now in the company, and I knew it was. I thought I knew how much work goes into it. Now I'm very much part of the team. I can see on an everyday basis on these vitamins and more to come as well. There's a real passion behind it, which is brilliant.
It is.
And that's the direction I come from with it as well.
It is. It's about, like you say, it's that love, care, and attention. It's
attention to detail. It's the crossing the T's, dotting the I's that's done over and above what needs to be in many ways, but again, that's the sort of the company ethos.
And it's where it sets us apart. If you're thinking right now and watching and asking, and I would applaud you for doing so. Why you? Why Primal? Why buy from Primal when I can go to a health store literally just down the road that offers supplements? Not necessarily. I mean, not this formulation, because this is a Primal formulation for the Born to Be Slims. But you could get vitamin C. You could get a probiotic.
Yeah. And what would you say, Poppy? If you said, well, if someone says, well, I've got vitamin C or another vitamin, and it's a lower price than I've seen at Primal.
I would say check the ingredients first and foremost. If there's additives in there, synthetics, certain sugars,
the purity, the concentration.
And do they know their sources? All of that.
So again, this is all obviously high grade vitamins, minerals, and supplements we're bringing you. And this is in clearance as well.
This is in clearance as well. So we have gone down to a ridiculously low price on this of just £1.99. So you've got 30 capsules. You only need one a day. This could potentially help set you off, start you off on your Primal journey. If you need an additional boost to be used alongside a Primal lifestyle, so still do the walking, still get outside, still eat the healthy foods, refined carbohydrates to cut those out, then this is the way to go. So Nick, can you tell us how to get involved?
It's very, very easy. There's of course the phone line 0800 number there, which is 0800 4402 888. You may have some more questions, or maybe just revisit some facts about what we've talked about this hour, or the website www.prime. We don't need. Do people don't really say the W's anymore?
HTTPS//
primaliving.com, and you can purchase there. But remember, this is in clearance. The World Wide Web. Clearance for a limited time and while the stock lasts. Now, you were saying before we go on, you're not really expecting this show to play out for very long, really.
No. If you're watching this show right now, the prices, the lack of price, I should say. The clearance prices are available. The savings are available. What you may find, and I'll just be completely honest with you, if you come back in a couple of weeks and find that some of the prices are different, that's because the offer has ended. So take advantage, snap this up with both hands now, and pick up the phone. If you are interested, you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. You've got a customer service team that you can ask additional questions to. You can also get in touch with us. You can email. Follow us on social media as well. Poppy Atkinson and Nick Davis. If you want to.
Yes, say hello. Get in touch.
Say hello. Get in touch. We love to hear your feedback. And do you know where else you can go to find out what other people are saying as well? Is Trustpilot. Yeah.
Oh yes. So if you'd like to read, and Trustpilot, of course, are legitimate review, obviously legitimate and genuine customers who've left reviews on all our vitamins and supplements. And what I love about that is because obviously for a fact they're genuine, quite right, but it also gives you not a window into other people's lives, but people don't mind sharing their stories on there.
Absolutely,
talk about the benefits.
It's powerful, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
very powerful.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've loved this show. Have you enjoyed this?
I've loved the show. What's the best sellers?
Okay.
What has to be expected?
Should we go over again what we've talked about?
Yeah. So let's just recap what we've done within the show. Okay.
So we began with vitamin C supplement with rosehip. Okay, a pot of 30. Ordinarily it would be £3.99, and now as part of this promotion, £2.79. So that's a pot of 30, and you must use the offer code, which is save 30, and you need to quote that to an operator or pop it in when you check out on the website. And then we went on my side of the table to Immune Family. So again, a healthy gut is important. Bacteria over the years had so much bad press, but of course there's the healthy bacteria as well. And this is what this particular supplement feeds. So £12.99 ordinarily, but as part 30% off £9.9.
That's it. And on my side of the table, you've got the amazing sea kelp, which is a type of algae that's very rich in iodine and many vitamins. Great for the skin, great for the thyroid, and great for, well, it's known to perhaps contribute with weight metabolism. So if you've got weight problems, this may help. This is in clearance. It's only £1.20, and in fact, we've got two other weight helping products, hopefully, known as Born to be Slim. You've got a green tea version and a mango version, both of which are in clearance, both of which are the same price of just £1.99. Thank you so much for being here with myself and Nick to watch this show. Do let us know how you get on, and remember, these savings are for an exclusive time only.